Tim, what are you doing? Did you drop your screwdriver? Aren't you so
stubby?
I don't know. I wasn't sure what you were going to do with that one, actually. I thought you were going to bring your drill.
In case I dropped it.
You're a liar. You liar.
Grass.
What about the other two?
They're hard to get to.
Well, you're just going to bend them?
Oh, just to see what
Let's see what we got up here. What we're having problems with. We're having problems with the foam marker not shutting off, which generally means that there is a wire either disconnected or burned off on the valve. Don't do that. Shit. Okay, so, well, we're going to have to figure something else out here because we got the right and the left side. I'm sure you're going to have to get it apart. I'll just kick it back on the sprayer. He's going to back us all up in there. La, 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 la. He's pretty good at backing it. So anyway, yeah, we got to get this foam marker. What's happening is it's not shutting off the left side. And when it does that, it's just blowing all my juice out on the road. And when he shuts the tractor off, I think it's going to be on the input side. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. It's got to be somewhere there. That's good. Okay, so we've narrowed it down that this solenoid is working and this one's working, but this one here and this one here are not. So I've loosened that up. I've loosened the nut off the top of that thing, and I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip that. Actually, if I don't have to, I won't, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna clip that zip tie there. And I'm going to take that off of there. I'm going to pull the valve itself out because I think it's got dirt in it. It's this one and this one. Yes, this one and this one are working. This one and this one are not working. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to see if I can get it cleaned out or get it to where it's actually functioning and put it back together again. Because at some point in time, I know that I had to play with this thing. I've taken a photograph of what I've got here so that I know how to put it back together again. Thanks to modern technology, I can do that pretty easily. And yeah, so I don't have my tripod here to set this up, but anyway, here we go.
Piece off and figure that out.
What piece?
This piece that's wearing out.
Yeah, it's wearing. I gotta get up. My knees won't handle that for too long. Okay. Alright. So, that is definitely not closing. Old age is a pain in the ass. You abuse your body when you're young. You pay like hell when you're old. I'm not old yet, but I'm getting there. So let's see what we got. Dirt. There's like a piece of grass down in there.
Really?
There it is.
I'll be damned.
Straw.
What'd you do?
Dropped something. Okay, so that makes kind of a lot of sense as to why that's not functioning properly, I guess. Junk. I'm gonna have yellow lips. Did it come out? It came out. Okay. All these solenoids are is just a little electromagnetic doodad, which isn't supposed to have any fluid in it. Well, it doesn't matter if it does or not, I guess, because it's stainless steel. So we'll put that back together again, like so.
Very good.
That's it. We're good. Yeah. See, sometimes just a little bit of dirt can ruin your day. What is that? A radial engine, something or other. All right. Tim's looking at the sun. Okay. All right. So let's put this sucker back together, and hopefully.
Yep. He's up there.
Piece of straw. That's all. Isn't that amazing how that can just screw you up? He is up there. We get some amazing airplanes around from time to time. I think there's an F6F Hellcat up at the Sky Manor. I'm almost certain that's what that is. I haven't been... I went up there and it looked like an F6F. It could have been an F4F if you know anything about those airplanes. They look very similar. Only difference is one's like 1,800 horsepower or 1,600 horsepower, and the F6F is like 1,000 horsepower more. It's crazy, crazy horsepower.
Especially when the Osprey flew over.
That was neat. We had an Osprey fly over here not that long ago. I guarantee you that's just dirt in these. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, Mr. Tim.
Get this one too.
What do you want me to do? Take it apart?
Take it apart and find out why that thing's...
Well, it's wearing out. I'm just going to get some silicone and silicone it. So, anyway, here, we'll do that. And this.
Is there an R on this one?
I don't care if there is. Alright, Mr. Tim. Go, get up in there, and we're going to listen for a click. If it clicks, then we know we got it. If it no clicks, then we don't got it. Clicks. Alright, hold on a second. I'm going to unplug it. And I'm going to plug in this guy. Go for it. Yay! Wait, do that again. It stopped clicking. Oh, wait, whoa. Not so fast. Take the pressure off it. Let go. Now hit it. Let it go. It does sound. It is sticking. Okay. Click again. Again. Okay. All right. One more time. Okay, so we're still having problems with this one. All right. No big deal, because we're only halfway apart. We can do this. Yeah, you're watching this in real time. And then hopefully we can get this foam marker going again. I know a lot of guys say, oh, that's an antique way of doing things. Well, you're right. It absolutely is, but it's very reliable. You know what we're going to need here?
What?
A little bit of lubrication. Just a little bit of lubrication, and I think we got it. So get me some WD-40, I guess, would probably work just fine.
What?
WD-4D. See, some of these things work in liquid, and some of them work in dry. This one's working in the dry. So you can see there's a little bit of rust there. So I think a little bit of WD-40 will allow it to release. I don't know, it seems okay to me, but just a little bit of WD-40 would do the trick, I'm pretty sure. This is the air valve. And we should be able to get this thing back together and rolling again in a matter of seconds. See, all this thing does is there's a little rubber guy. Here, let me take this apart. There's a spring which cushions the blow of the valve and allows it to fall back down. And there's a little rubber insert in there, which it seals off on the valve seat right there. Oh, where'd you put the spray can?
Can't find it.
There. Put it away now. Okay, and that's it. A little bit of WD-40, which works pretty good. No, I am not receiving money from WD-40, so you can get that shit out of your head too. Oh, that seals perfect now. Alright, let's go ahead and put this bitch back together again. I am having some little grabber issues here, but other than that, we'll be okay. So we'll get Timothy back in the cab there, and we should be okay there. Nope. Let's listen for the clicking. Go ahead, hit it. Fixed. Okay. All right. Say we get all of our foaming needs together here, like right now. Let me plug this in. Okay. I've got it all working here. Let me go to the back. I gotta unhook a couple of things here I've got to unhook. And this here has to be hooked back up. All the way in, all the way in. It sounds like it's working properly, and hopefully it doesn't blow off. This one here is having a little bit of a problem. That metal is wearing a hole into it, so I'm going to do something with that, and I think we'll be alright. If that blows off, it's just liquid, so... What?
Take the lid up.
I did. So what Dad did was he wire tied this. Ah! You ever hear of a green shoe? I got a green shoe. Oh yeah, it's trying. I don't know how much liquid we've got left in there. Flip it to the other side, Tim. Alright. So what we got to do is wait for it to actually build up pressure. And we'll know in a minute if that is not functioning properly or not. Okay, so what it turned out to be was another piece of straw. Had worked its way in there. And when that happens, or a piece of dirt, hay, anytime you put water, open those things up, you're susceptible to crap getting in them. And okay, so it's fixed. Mr. Tim's got the jack off, so the jack off. The jack for the sprayer has been taken off, not the jack off. That's kind of funny. Anyways, whatever. Kind of twisted mind, I think. Anyways, he took the jack off and laid it here on the ground. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about here is what we actually put in to the spray foam marker. Now, I live in New Jersey, and people in New Jersey are messed up in the head. They see white stuff in a field, they automatically think nuclear waste. You know, and it just blows my mind for a couple of reasons. Is why would I put nuclear waste on the field? Why would I do such a thing? But there are some people that see funny colored stuff, whether it's just white foam or whether it is... I'm going to cover up the John Deere dye, but I use John Deere foam dye from time to time. It's not any more or any less expensive than anything else. It's yellow-green, and it's very visible in the field. White is visible, but when you get into the taller grass, it falls in, and the dye just makes it that much better. So Timothy has actually decided to make a hybrid, and he added blue dye to the yellow-green. So what do we have? Blue and yellow make green. So we should have just a greenish, bluish crap. So anyways, before you put the foam in, I use Exmart Agricultural Foam Concentrate. Now, this stuff is amazingly expensive. It's like 60 bucks a gallon if I can remember correctly. It's not something you want to use lightly, and it does make a very good foam. If you want to piss off your local water supply or anybody that, you know, it's pretty harmless. I mean, it doesn't do anything. It's just soap, you know, it's soap. It does actually have an MSDS sheet on it. So, but yeah, it's weird. It's weird how they have this. But it takes about a pint of this to the little 60. I think this is a 30-gallon tank I have on this one. So if you put a pint of this foam concentrate in there, and that's about all I've put in is a pint foam concentrate, and then you take your dye, which you want to be pretty careful with. I like to wear gloves, but today I didn't do that because I guess I'm feeling a bit stupid. Just shoot a good squirt of that dye in there, and that will turn that. Of course, now it was yellow, and Timothy put the blue in there because honestly, that dye is pretty harsh stuff. It eats plastic. So anyway, I'm going to show you exactly how much is in the tank right there. You can see it. Once I put that blue dye in there, there you go. So you always put your stuff in there first. Don't ever fill it with water and then attempt to put the dye and the foam in there, because what will happen is the foam will come up in your dye and your soap with whatever foam is left in there. It will actually carry it out and over the side, and you're wasting product. You don't want to waste product. It's never good to waste product. So let me get my garden hose off. So what I'll do is I'll just shove that hose in all the way so it's at the bottom of the tank. Because it is such a concentrated foam, it will create bubbles and come out the top, and then you got all this foam coming out the top of the tank, which will create another mess that you don't want to be dealing with. Like a tank that's only a third of the way full, and you go to the field and you run out prematurely. If your tank is only a third of the way full, and it should be all the way full, and you've got, you know, this very concentrated foam, it's still going to come out just as fast, you know, out the end of the booms, and you're just wasting foam if you mix it correctly. Now, a little bit of story with this foam. I buy it by the case. A case is 4 gallons. That 4 gallons, it's like 60 bucks a gallon. It's insanely expensive. So you really don't want to be wasting it. So one day I'm out here, and I had the kids pressure washing my track. Let's face it, if you wash your equipment too much, you're actually blowing water into seals and places that it shouldn't get, and creates rust and premature failure. But that's just me. Anyway, I come out here and I see foam everywhere. I'm like, wow, what kind of soap are you guys using? Oh, we're using foam marker, Dad. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, Dove soap is cheap at the dollar store. You could buy a whole quart of it for $1. Not, $15 a quart? You know, it's damn expensive stuff. So keep it away from where you're pressure washing, because somewhere someone is going to get the brilliant idea that it's a cleaner, not just a marking agent. So anyways, just one of my stories of how people waste money around here at times. But anyways, with that being said, I'm just about full. And once you get the dye in there, you can